Hello from the 757 Spy Flight Deck. If we were about ready to be starting the spy flight right about now, this is exactly the spot that I would be sitting in, only I'd be facing in the other direction. Instead, there is a vacuum cleaner, and I'm just going to get it out of my system right now. Yes, vacuuming really sucks. But today I decided, since I'm taking a day off from live streaming, that one of the things you got to do every now and then is just take everything apart and clean out all the dust. And one of the things that I've done is, as you can see, yeah, there's been a lot of vacuuming. That's actually the cold air return for the apartment. And I had to clean that out too because there was a lot of junk in there. So what I thought I'd do today on YouTube is show you some of the things that I do when I go to rebuild the cockpit. A couple of things that I figured out as far as, where do you set your joystick and how to set things up as well too. So come on along. I hope it helps you out. In the meantime, is there pizza and beer here? Well, there you go. There is the imprints in the carpet where everything was before. And one of the things I'll tell you is when you are doing some cleanup, run the vacuum cleaner over everything and then run it again. I mean, this is the part of the carpet where you spend so much time and stuff could get, embedded in the carpet. So you really want to do a good job of cleaning stuff out. The other thing that I'm going to suggest is that cold air return I was telling you about. Wow, was there a bunch of junk in there. And it's still not 100% clean, but if you can dig some of that out with just, the vacuum cleaner, that's going to be something that'll help you out too. And there it is. That's the table that I put everything on here on the spy flight. One of the things to do when you decide to take everything apart, clean it off really good. You'd be kind of surprised all the nasty stuff that's going to get stuck there, especially if you've ever spilled your coffee or any of the other things you might be drinking on the live stream. As you start to put things back on the table, one of the things to do is give it a good cleaning as it's going back on the table. Also, that includes the back of your computer as well too. Obviously, our biggest investment if you're a gamer or a live streamer is, of course, the system. You've heard me talking about Stormy on the live stream, and I've got Stormy's door open right now. One of the things I did is I've got these little dusters, and these are things that are supposed to attract dust better than just a wet rag, because I certainly don't want to use a wet rag inside Stormy here. Here's another place that you're going to definitely want to do some cleanup, and those are going to be the bottoms of the fans. Actually, the fan blades can collect a little bit of junk as well too. Now, if you've got a better idea for this, I sure hope that you'll put it in the comments below, because I'd sure like to figure out a better way. Don't forget the back end of your computer as well too. All of those little vents, yeah, they've got to be cleared out as well. Oh, and by the way, some computers have this cool little thing. There's a little bit of a trap underneath here, and it catches an awful lot of dust, so be sure to clean the trap under your computer too. And then finally, after all that's cleaning, the most important thing to do is to make sure that everything fits okay. So you need to sit down in the cockpit and make sure that, the rudder pedals are right where you need them. And aside from proving that live streamers do wear clothes when they're streaming, just make sure that you can hit those. By the way, you see those socks down there? Those are the really nice Logitech rudder pedals, but one of the things that I'm going to suggest is never wear shoes, because even though it's tough plastic, it's not uber tough plastic, so I just wear socks. Also, clean ones are nice too. Here's an idea. I use some of the little weights that I work out with to kind of hold the stick in place. The other thing to do is to make sure the stick isn't going to hit anything. Can you get to your headphones okay? Yeah, get to the headphones. Can you get to the mixer if you're a live streamer? And how about those camera controls? Those are good. Over on the other side, how about that throttle? Can you get to the throttle there as well? Oh, and by the way, there's another one of those. There's another good thing to do. Make sure that there's a trash can close. Even if you're not live streaming, you're going to be flying for a long time. And another thing, here's an idea for setting your throttles and your side stick. See those big plastic bins? Well, let's slide on over here and take a look at this. Notice how the throttles are just a little bit lower than the side stick. That's kind of the way it is in the real Airbus. So if you're flying in VR, when you go and you slide into your cockpit, one of the things is when you look down in VR, your hand is going to go right to the side stick, And the same thing is true for the throttles. One more thing about the rudder pedals, you don't want to move it around, and if you live in an apartment or have this on carpet, you really don't want to bolt it into the floor. So I've got some 25-pound dumbbells over there, but I've also got this pole which is resting right up against the feet of the table that Stormy's on. That way, when I go and push the rudder pedals, I'm not going to go and push it any place, and they'll be there when I need to make a turn to the right or to the left. And the good news is everything worked when I hit the on switch, so that's kind of nice too. And that's a look behind the scenes at, first of all, Stormy and the spy flight, but also cleaning things up and putting things in place, and hopefully that helps you as you build your cockpit. One thing I'll leave you with is be sure if you're going to do this, leave yourself plenty of time. It's easy to get excited and want to get things done really quickly, and that's when you start tripping over cables and dropping things and might even break something, and you don't want to do that. Hope you enjoyed the behind-the-scenes look at the spy flight, and I'll look forward to seeing you over on Twitch. I'm also going to look forward to reading your comments down below. If you've got better ideas about how to run cables or clean your computer, I can't wait to read them. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Cheers.